Welcome to Total Wellness, healing for the mind, body, spirit, and soul. Hello. Welcome to Total Wellness. I am your host, Diamoness, and today we have a very, very special guest on the show today, none other than Donveto. We are going to cover a wide range of categories related to total wellness. Not only is he an entrepreneur, he's also a music producer. He has a passion for health and wealth, so this will fit perfectly in with the show. And we're just going to give you some background information, some history on who Donveto is and what he is all about. So, welcome to the show, Mr. Vito.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So we share a like passion when it comes to wellness. I recently just lost 50 pounds, y'all. It took me 4 months, but I did it. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Congratulations. You look amazing.
Thank you. So I just wanted to get some information about your business with the health and wellness. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
All right. I started very young as far as like in sports. So I'm going to bring you up and how I got into it.
Okay.
You know, I ran track and field as a kid. Then after track and field, I got injured, so I went to another sport. I went to softball. Didn't like it, it was boring. Then I went to basketball, and I loved it. I played it the majority of my childhood. So from basketball, I got to a point where, I really couldn't dunk and nothing like that. A lot of guys I grew up with, that's what really happened. They were dunking, I got frustrated. So I started to get a little size on me. So people were like, yo, why don't you try football? I played football and I did very well with football. But with football, you got to really train hard. You got to get muscle because, it's a physical sport. So I got introduced to the gym. And from the gym, I was on defense, so we hit people a lot. So I got my muscles up and I worked with a trainer, a coach, and we did a lot of powerlifting. And that's how I learned fitness. I learned the human body, I learned anatomy. I just loved it. I loved it. And I was always in the gym from that point on, up till now.
Oh, wow.
So I opened up a unisex beauty salon, which I owned for 7 years. And I employed 22 families at the time. And I had a great time with the experience and everything, but I lost it after 7 years because something happened, a tragic thing happened. So I didn't want to lose my money, so I sold it and I got half of my money back. So I was like, damn, what am I going to do now? Because I've been working for myself all this time. Somebody's like, won't you be a trainer? I said, trainer? Okay. He said, you're in the gym all the time anyway, helping people. So I did my research. I got certified. Then I got a job as a trainer. I started at Health and Racket Club, which is downtown New York. Then I went to New York Sports Club. Then I went to X93 Fitness, which we opened on our own. We had our own private gym from there. But I always was health conscious. I always helped people. And that's just a passion that I have. I'm always going to do that. No matter what else I do, I'm not going to let that go. So I left X93 Fitness because God was just giving me all kind of other ideas to do things. But I had a lot of clients, I was making a lot of money, but I have no time. I was always training from 1 hour to the next to the next. So I backed away from it for a little while. I kept a few clients to keep myself going. And I was like, so that's when I got into the podcast world. But I'm going to bring it back to the fitness. So once I established my podcast career, God gave me the idea, why don't you go back to the fitness, but this time open your own company and just do it differently. Because I don't like to be in a building all day. I don't like to be, I like to move. So the company I have now is called Health and Wealth Fitness Incorporated. I train people virtually. I go to people's houses. And I go to people's gyms. That's what I do. And my goal is to employ other trainers. Once I build it up to a level that I want it to, I'm going to have other trainers that they can contact me through my website. and I'll send them out with clients, and you know. So that's my goal, to employ other people, but you don't have to be in the gym, is what I'm saying. People like virtual training since COVID.
Yes, yes.
People like to be
more intimate, more one-on-one, more
right.
Yeah.
And they also like to be paid for convenience.
Yes.
You know,
oh, gosh.
a lot of people, they're busy. You don't have time to go to the gym, but they want to train. So I bring the service to them. And that's what I do. And that's what health and wealth fitness is all about.
And that's so perfect, and especially with everything that has happened with COVID, and you know, when it comes to training, when it comes to going to the gym, a lot of people don't like going to the gym because they feel like they're being watched. They're very self-aware of their body. People have insecurities. Sometimes they don't know all of the equipment, so it can be embarrassing for some people. So that's why, you know, it's just so great that you have a service that will come to them, to come in their own home. Last year, actually 2 years ago, I had a motor vehicle accident, and I wasn't able to get my massage therapy treatments because by the time you get worked on, and then you have to hop in the car and go home, you're like half asleep at the wheel. So I know how incredible it is to have someone come to your home on your time, your schedule, and then you can just shower and go to bed. So that is so amazing that you do that. And it's like the perfect time right now for that business to flourish.
Yes.
You know, there's nothing like being in the comfort of your own home for anything, right? So I wanted to know, what is driving your passion to like employ all these other people and to give people so much opportunity? Is there something that happened in your childhood or growing up? Were people that giving to you, or was it the opposite?
No, well, I've been blessed. I can't say it. I've been blessed my whole life. I mean, I had my ups and downs, you know, I had my troubles. Yes, I did. But I've always been a giving person since I was a kid. Like if I had toys, I share my toys. Some kids don't want to share their toys.
No?
I share my toys. My mother would say, "You always giving people your stuff." I've been giving since I was a little kid. But it's two things that's good about giving. You can help somebody, and you can also grow your business.
Okay.
So if I can handle about 40 clients. I don't have no more time. What I'm gonna do if 10 more people come? You know, I need help.
Yeah.
So the help I get is I employ other people and give them the opportunity to make money, learn the business, and grow. You know,
Yes.
and that's what I do with everything that I do. You know, it takes a team to win. Let's put it like that. It's all about team.
Yes.
Teams are hard to assemble. Teams are hard to keep. Teams are hard to find. You can't win a championship without a team.
No.
Michael Jordan's first couple years in the pros, he's hitting 60, he's hitting 50, all that, but he couldn't win a championship. Once he started passing the ball around, sharing, he won 6 championships in a row.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing wrong. It's all about him at the time.
Yeah.
The only way to win, you have to have a team. So my team concept is to employ other people. They're going to make money, but my business is going to grow. So we both going to win. It's all about both of us winning. It's not about me winning, it's about you winning. We both win, and we're both happy.
Yes. And sometimes people are too insecure and competitive to where they don't really want to help other businesses grow. They don't want to help other people because they feel threatened. Like, oh, if I teach you what I know, if I give you my knowledge, then you're going to go off and open your own thing. The devil is a liar. You have to be secure and confident in what you do and who you are, because there's only one you. There's only one Vito. There's only one Diamoness. So you have to be able to embrace that confidence and security that you are the only you there is. And there's nothing wrong with helping other people. And I don't know if you've experienced this with hiring your employees, or even just working, whether it's in the music industry or the health and fitness world, that when you're building your team, one of the best ways to build a successful team is to hire people smarter than you. Hire people that know things that you don't know, because wherever there's a lack, you'll have a gap with someone to fill it, right? So you have to be willing to like acknowledge other people's gifts and talents and have that eye to spot them out. with the gym, some people are people person. So you want to hire people. You don't want to hire someone who has a bad attitude and doesn't like waking up early in the morning.
True.
So there's a strategy to it.
Yeah.
Now, tell them more about your program. Do you get into like diet and healthy eating, or is it strictly like working out?
No, it's everything.
Okay.
It's everything. I call myself a walking Barnes and Noble because I know everything about fitness, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, as they say, but I am going to say that I'm very good at what I do. I know that I'm very good at what I do.
Yeah.
I put the time, I put the blood, sweat, and tears in this business to know all the things that I know. So it does entail nutrition. Nutrition is key. It's everything.
Yes.
It entails strength. It entails, everybody not trying to look sexy. Everybody can't look sexy. Everybody doesn't have the genetics.
Oh, okay.
Genetics to look like that. That's why a lot of people getting surgeries now. They altering their bodies.
Yes.
That's another subject.
Yes.
But everybody can be healthy. You got people that's overweight, man, not overweight, but you got fat people, excuse my French, that's healthy. They're meant to be big.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be little.
Yeah.
Some people are just meant to be big.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of plus size models and stuff like that going around. Because just because you're big don't mean you're not attractive.
That's
Everybody's
right.
not meant to be big.
That's
There's some
nice
people who
too.
small who want to be big. You're meant to be small. But we all can be healthy. So it does entail nutrition. It entails, learning the proper way to exercise.
According to your body.
According to your body.
Your shape and everything.
And according to just some knowledge. Because everything is mental before it's physical.
Oh, wow.
You got to know what you're doing here in anything in life before you can physically show it. So I teach people how to, like you were talking about wellness, your mind, body, and soul comes into fitness. You understand? And once you understand what you're doing, you get better results.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
And what advice do you have for people who are like, man, I keep trying to get all excited, they get energetic, they're like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, okay, I'm going to get a trainer, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, and they do good for a while, and then it just goes, and people just tend to have this waving cycle. Like, what advice do you have that would help to encourage someone to be more consistent? Or is there a reason why that keeps happening?
See, I work out because I love it.
Okay. That's
Most people work out do not love working out. They're working out for a cause. They're working out because they're going to Miami in 2 weeks. They're working out because they're getting married. They need to fit into this dress.
Yes, yes.
You understand? They're working out for materialistic reasons. They're not working out for health. Because if you want to be healthy and you're health conscious and you care about yourself, you will work out. Because exercise is all about health and wellness.
Yes.
It's not about what you look like. Which the looks are great. I like to look good. I know I look good. But it's the fact that it's about your insides, not your outsides. You could buy a nice car in a used car lot, and then you drive it, and it has an oil leak like 2 weeks later. Because it's about the engine.
Yeah.
It's not about how I look on the outside, it's about what's inside. And your insides are everything.
Yes.
So wellness is important.
And that's awesome because I've seen a lot of men that are big and muscular, but they have no endurance.
Stamina,
endurance, cardiovascular endurance, and stamina. And then you see these little scrawny little things and they're doing 50 pull-ups.
Right.
Can you explain that?
See, a lot of guys like to get muscles, but they don't want to run.
Oh, okay.
They don't want to ride. They don't want to do cardio.
Yeah.
They just want to get big. Your heart is the biggest muscle.
Yeah.
You got to train your heart. The only way to train your heart is to do cardiovascular stuff. Like running, swimming, cycling, things of that nature. And a lot of guys, they look past that. To be in shape, you have to do everything. You got to do cardio. You got to lift weights. Yoga, Pilates. You got to get involved with all of these things to be in total body shape.
To have a balance.
Balance is the word. There you go.
And going back to something you said when you were working all the time, and it was just that's all you had, and you took a break from that.
Yeah.
I read your biography, and you also talked about like the importance of mental health to you. So that was a mental health moment.
Yes.
We have to have balance in our life. Too much of anything is not good,
Yes.
and too much work is not good. We need to have some type of pleasure and outlet and enjoyment in life, because you could be working out, but you're depressed.
Yeah.
But you're angry. But you're stressed. So we have to be able to have an outlet.
It's true.
So can you share some of your outlets besides the working out, besides the Beat 139?
Oh, I like to play chess.
Oh, get out!
I'm a chess
Wow.
player. That's my main outlet. You know, on my phone, sometimes people think I'm on social media. I'm not on social media. I'm playing against somebody on my phone.
Oh my gosh.
I'm playing chess. That's my outlet, because chess is mental. It's not like checkers. It's not like cards, whereas, you know, it's all about just moving how you want to move.
Yeah,
you know, chess is a thinking game, strategy. Chess is like, it's like life in a sense. You make the wrong moves, it can cost you. You might make the right moves, you can move along. You can win. So chess, really, to be honest with you, is really it's one of the foundations of my mental stability. It's made me understand life and how to live life more, because life is like a chessboard. It's about moving the right way, making the right decisions. You know, it's planning ahead. When you play chess, you can't think move. You got to think 3, 4 moves ahead against your opponent, because if you're just thinking 1 move ahead, he's thinking 4 moves ahead, you're gonna lose every time. It's about strategy. You know. And that's why that's my main outlet. But another one of my outlets, you know, I like to travel. I love music.
Oh yeah.
I love socializing.
Yes.
You know, like COVID shut a lot of that down. And me networking is the word. Is what helped establish a lot of the things I have going on today. Getting out there, meeting people, you know, interacting.
Yes.
You know, nothing comes to your home. You got to go out there and get it. And the reason why, when I said that, when I was in the gym, I was very successful. I made a lot of money. But I had no time. And that was frustrating. And then I started not to like it.
Because then it becomes a burden.
Yeah, it was overwhelming. I'm getting all this money, but I have a life.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, you know, are you okay? My clients saw it. I said, yeah, I'm fine. They said, no, something wrong with you. You don't have the same energy. I was just getting burnt out.
Oh my
So I had to leave it and then come back another way. But when I left it, God blessed me with 3 to 4 other business opportunities. And I'm doing well with them.
Wow. So it's interesting that you love to play chess, because as an entrepreneur, you have to apply that same way of thinking with your businesses.
Yes.
So I know that you're also a mentor, correct? Do you also incorporate that chess playing strategy in teaching them how to build their businesses as well?
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
Okay.
You know, they used to say, and I never like it, they said, if you want to hide something for a black person, put it in the book.
Oh my gosh.
I had a problem with that. You know, you got to read. Reading is fundamental. You read to learn everything you want to know. A lot of stuff is you got to read. And I share all the things that I know. I love sharing it with people, because there's a lot of people who you really just don't know. And they want to do it. I didn't get that coming up. I could count on one hand how many people shared information with me. You know? I'm very spiritual right now. Joel Osteen, I have to mention him, he changed my life.
Oh wow, yes.
He changed my life. This guy, I watched him one day years ago, and I can't stop listening to him.
Wow.
You know, I learned so much from this guy. It's like, it's incredible. And I don't know, you viewers out there, if you don't believe in God, life is going to be different for you. You got to get in touch with the Lord. You got to get in touch with God. This is real. God is everything to me. But back to what I was saying, Joel Osteen, he just didn't talk about the Bible. He talked about life.
Yes.
He talked about how to live life, how to be a better person, how to receive things, how to forgive. You know, how to help people. You know, it's a lot of things. And the reason why this guy is so amazing to me because he's my mentor, and he's not even talking to me directly. But when I listen to him, it sounds like he's talking to me directly.
Yes, yes.
You know, so
yes.
that helped me to excel in life, getting closer to God, staying prayed up, and giving back. Giving back to me is spiritual.
Yes.
It's uplifting, and it's a good feeling. Because for somebody to say, remember what you told me? Look what I'm like, wow. I get enjoyment out of that. You know, like say you lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
And my thing, I don't care about money. I get money. My thing is I want to see you reach your goals. I want to see you happy. You know?
Yeah.
I'm more after helping people and getting results opposed to you paying me all the time.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a fulfillment that you have, and it is spiritual because it touches like the depth of your soul when you invest in someone else's life, when you help others, and then you're able to see those lives flourish. I have a lot of plants. I love my plants. I get that from my mother. Shout out, Mama. Love ya. Honor your parents, y'all. And it's just something about the watering and having them as little babies, and then they grow into almost these tall, gigantic trees, and it's just like you help to create that. And then it keeps passing on, passing on, passing on. Love is contagious. Giving is contagious. And the life that it just breathes in you is priceless. It's absolutely priceless. And then with being able to pass things on to the next generation, you're continuing your legacy.
Yes.
You know? And it's the same thing with the knowledge. There's too many people that have died that they died with everything that they had because they didn't give it.
Selfish.
Oh my gosh.
Selfish,
they
very
didn't
selfish.
share it.
Yeah.
So I think that's just so amazing. And as an entrepreneur myself, is there anything that you would, any advice that you would give for someone who's been trying to start a business, they're passionate about what they do, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's fitness, whether it's cows and sheep and they love farming, whatever it is, and they keep trying, but it's not working. They keep trying, it's not working. And in the beginning, you have your passion, so your passion will help sustain you for quite some time because you're just like, listen, I'm going to do this. But sometimes it does get discouraging, especially when you don't have like the support you thought you would have. Like, how did you overcome all of that? Because you did most of it on your own, right?
I did all of it on my own.
Oh, wow.
No, but I take that back. God,
yes, glory be to God.
God bless me. You know, I didn't do it on my own.
Yeah.
He did it for me. He gave me the opportunity to win. But to answer your question, you gotta pray.
Yeah.
Then you gotta have faith.
Yeah.
You gotta have faith. If you have faith, you'll keep going. You gotta believe. You gotta believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Success comes with a lot of work, a lot of trial and tribulation. That's why there's more poor people than there's rich people, because people give up.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Success is a lot of work. Building a business or being an entrepreneur, 7 days.
Yes.
It's not, you're not punching no clock.
Yes.
You're not 9 to 5. You can't 9 to 5 success. Success is around the clock. Around the clock.
Wow.
You go to sleep with it on your mind, you wake up with it on your mind. You go to sleep with it on your mind, you wake up with it on your mind. I learned a lot from Steve Harvey, Will Smith, The Rock. These guys, they're mentors to other people.
Yes.
And what I learned from them, from them talking about success, is that you get less sleep.
Yeah.
People say you need 8 hours sleep. You don't need 8 hours sleep. You don't. You need what you need in order to win. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you don't get your little power naps in between all that type of stuff. If you want to be successful, this is what it takes. You understand? You gotta bust your. But before you get to that stage, you gotta pray. You gotta have faith. Faith is everything.
Yes.
And you gotta believe it.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna have times where you're gonna be 100%, and you're gonna have times where you're gonna be 20%. But as long as you keep moving, that's what it's all about. You know? You're not gonna have the same drive every day. No one does.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
We're human. Yeah.
Right. But if you believe him and you have faith, that's how you win. I won because of faith and believing. And failure is not an option. That's one of my concepts. Failure is not an option. Now, when you talk about people as far as building a business, you have to have a plan.
Okay.
You know, you have to make a business plan. You know, it says the person who plans to fail fails to plan. But it's the thing where you have to write this stuff down.
Yes.
You have to write it down.
Yes.
And this way you can know if something's not right. You can see from your business plan where you're making a mistake or where you lost focus or what you need to do better. You have to plan it. And a lot of people just do it off the top of the head. You can't do it off the top. You can't wing it.
Yeah.
You cannot wing it. You have to plan it, you know? And then once you get your plan, then you build your business. The hardest part of building your business is the team that I talked about.
Yeah.
You got people who ride or die for you, and you got people who want to leave. And if a person on the team leaves, now you got to fill that spot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the harder part of doing business. But other than that, you know, you have to have a business plan. But you gotta have faith though, because you're gonna have days when you can be like, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
You have to strengthen your faith.
Yes. And that's also how being spiritual and having, you know, you believe in God, it helps you so much in life, because even in business, there's something people say, oh, I follow my gut. Oh, you know, my conscience. It's the Holy Spirit talking to y'all, okay?
Right.
It is the Holy Spirit. And there's things that are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but sometimes there'll be a leading inside of you that'll say, don't go left, go right. And that comes from within. So you have to have that discernment. You have to have that leading and that guidance within you, that you know the voice of God. You know, okay, this doesn't feel right. And 50 people could be telling you to do it, but something in you is saying, no, don't do that. Don't invest your money there. Don't hire that person. Don't partner with that person. And when you listen, and then you hear what happens afterwards, you're like, oh my gosh, thank God I listened.
Yeah.
Because not everyone in life is a confidant. And a lot of times, for those who don't understand, in life you have confidants, and you have constituents, and you have associates. An associate is a person that you see once in a while. You see them on the street. Hey, how you doing? But you're not intimate. You don't go to lunch. You don't talk. They're not knowing your business and all that stuff. A confidant is a person you can tell anything to, and they will keep it secret. You don't need 50 confidants. If you have one confidant in your life, you're golden. Constituent is the people who act like a confidant. They act like they love you. They act like they support you. They act like they're on your side, but they're snakes. And having God in your life, you're able to have that discernment to be able to see who's real and who's phony.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Have you experienced that in your life?
Oh, of course. But I know I'm protected because I pray. You know, I got angels that follow me around and make sure that I'm good.
Yes.
You know, but that's why I stay prayed up.
Yeah.
I have that less because I turn my life around.
Oh.
I stay prayed up. You know, the universe, energy is the things I thrive off. You know, I don't believe, or I don't focus on the worldly things like I used to. I focus on spiritual stuff, the universe, energy, God, Jesus, angels. That's where I'm at all the time. Even I walk like that. You know, I'm serious about that. And I feel protected. Once I pray, I feel protected. I cannot come outside without praying. I be like, oh, I ain't praying. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I gotta pray.
Oh, yes.
You know, not that I don't have a problem, I'm fine. It just makes me feel okay.
Yes.
You know?
You got your armor on.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my shield.
Yes.
And I need that.
Yes.
I need that. And a lot of people who, they don't understand, only people that understand me is believers.
Yes.
You're believers, so you understand where I'm coming from. There's some people who don't understand what the hell I'm talking about because they don't believe.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why they don't get it.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna have good and evil. Life is about good and evil. And the way to get the evil off you is to stay prayed up.
Yes, 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 yes.
If you're not prayed up, the evil is going to be on your back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you're talking about. I call it, it's a street terminology, it's called fake hugs from fake thugs. You know, there's people like, hey, how you doing? They don't really care how you doing.
Yeah, then they got that knife to
yeah,
your
they
back.
faking. They just want to, you know, they checking you.
Yeah.
They don't care about you.
Yeah.
And one time I hugged this guy, and I said, hey, how you doing? And he went his way and I went my way, and someone circled back and said, yo, Vito, I said, what's up? Yo, as soon as you say what's up to him, I heard this dude, homeboy, say something crazy about you just now.
Oh my God.
I was like, what? He said, yeah, man, that dude don't like you faking.
Wow.
I'm like, I ain't worried about that. That's all right, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm watching this dude.
Yes.
Now I'm watching.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But I thought dude was cool with me the whole time. I did nothing wrong to him. But he hate me just because he don't like my style.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
It's not just in the streets.
No.
It's in the White House. It's in the world. Watch the news right now.
Yes.
COVID done expose a lot of people. You see all the violence that's going on right now, unnecessary stuff. Let's talk about the kids, how they're killing each other. Senselessly. Every day somebody gets shot. They punching, they beating the Asian people up. For what? Leave them alone. They ain't bothering nobody. They robbing old people. Some young guy just punched an old guy in the face and took his... The world is crazy right now. That's the evil that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So, and since COVID, a lot of evil has been going on.
Yes.
You know, because you got the mask and they feel they can get away with it with the mask. You know? And the way to arm yourself, back to what we were talking about,
Yes.
is to get in touch with God.
Yes. And evil is in every race
Yep.
and every gender.
Yep.
People are people. Humans are humans. You got good black folk, you got black folk that do crimes and do bad
That's right.
things. You got beautiful white... I'm going to tell y'all something. White people have helped me more than my own race. Yes, I said it on television.
I'm going to say it too, though. I got to say that
show
too.
off, but it's the truth.
I say that too. I love my black people.
Yes.
But what you just said, I concur. You know, white people have helped me more than black people, because black people be busy hating on me. See, they don't want to help me. You know what I'm saying? But I will help them in a heartbeat. You see the difference?
Yes.
I will help black people in a heartbeat.
Yes.
There's racism with everybody.
Yes.
There's black racism. We have racism with our own culture.
Yes, that's right.
You understand?
That's right.
We hurt ourselves. You know, that's racist.
Yes.
We hurt ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't stick together.
Yes.
You know, but that's why I never see color. I see a person.
Yes.
I see energy.
Hallelujah.
I'm all about energy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if you're white, black, shine. I don't care. I know the history of what happened with the white people, with the black people, and da da da. But look at what the black people are doing to the black people.
Oh my
Come on now, let's talk about it.
Thank you.
You know, so how you gonna complain about them giving us a hard time? We giving ourselves a hard time.
Yes.
It don't make sense.
Oh my gosh.
It don't make sense.
Yes.
And so, you know, that's where I'm at.
Yes, we gotta be real. If you're gonna be angry at a white man killing a black man, you should be angry at a black man killing a black man.
Right.
Right?
There's more black men killing black men than white men killing black men right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, and I'm not being ignorant. I know racism exists. I've gone through my share growing up in Ridgewood as like one of the only black families in the town, being the only black person going through high school, elementary school, and middle school. So racism I know does exist. I'm not being ignorant of that. But if you're going to have an anger towards your people being killed and murdered, you should be angry when it happens no matter who's holding that gun and no matter who's pulling that trigger. And that's why, you know, I admire you so much for what you're doing, because growing up, I know I also lacked that support, because for some reason, a lot of the minorities, especially African American blacks, we're more prone to tear each other down. We're more prone to be hating and be like, I'm not supporting that, or, you know, trying to like just hating on each other, talking about each other's behind each other's back, being fake, being phony. Instead of supporting, we're tearing down. And it's just such a shame. So for you to be an African American man, a black man that has so much of rich history, not only in knowledge but in deeds, and you're so well-rounded, for you to have that heart to say, I'm going to give back, I'm going to help other people, that is what this life is about.
Right. You can't stoop down to the next person's level than you just like them. You know better than them when you stoop down to their level.
Yeah.
You gotta forgive. Don't forget.
Yeah.
You gotta forgive, and you gotta try to show this, because maybe this person just don't know. Maybe no one told them how to do things the right way. Like me, you know. So you gotta lend a helping hand to a certain extent. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with giving back. You're supposed to give back. And they say it's better to give than to receive. People hear a lot of this stuff and they think this is a nursery rhymes and stuff like that. This is real information.
It's real life.
It's real life.
You reap what you sow.
Exactly.
You really reap what you sow. And I love what you said, winding down a little bit, I love what you said about people just not knowing sometimes. Sometimes it's misunderstandings and misconceptions. So if someone has a stereotype against you, or a misconception about you, if you start walking in hate, you're feeding into it. You're not giving them a reason to change. You're not giving them a reason to have another perspective. But when you walk in love, you're now canceling it. You're canceling every negative thought, everything that they were ever taught, because you're showing the complete opposite. That's how we get people to change. You don't get people to change by shoving the word down their throat, or being super religious or super uptight, or yelling or forcing or imposing your will on someone. You influence people's lives to change by you setting the example. There's another saying that says, be the person that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see in this world. Take it upon yourself. We can control us. We are not built to control people or anyone else. You have control 100% over you. So if you invest that same passion, that same love, that same everything that you have with the injustice that you see in the world, and you say, I'm going to be that change that I want to be, that's how you impact the world. That's how you change lives. That's how you make a difference. Because giving someone a smile in the morning can change their life.
Absolutely. And you can't think negative and expect positive.
No.
How are you going to think negative and expect something positive to happen? How are you going to attack a situation and say, I can't, I can't, and you're expecting it to work? You just killed the whole situation.
Yeah, you canceled it.
You didn't even try.
Yeah.
You know, it's like in the fitness world, like I have people doing different exercises, and some people are like, I can't. How you know you can't? You didn't even try. So now you're not going to be able to do it, because I told you it's mental before it's physical. You just told yourself you can't. So you think you're going to be able to do it? No. You have to think positive.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you got to think positive. You got to think love. You got to think spiritually. You got to think energy. You got to think universe. You got to put stuff into the universe and say that you can. And if you fall short, so what? But at least you try. You know, you put forth the right effort.
Yeah.
You know, and you know.
So that's one of the awesome things, is speaking things out into existence, edifying yourself, putting it out. Words have power.
Yes, they do.
God said, let there be light, and there was light.
Yes, they do.
God spoke the world into existence.
Yes,
we are
he did.
little gods. So when you say something, you're putting that out in the universe, and saying I'm sorry doesn't take it back. Oh, yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. You spew out hatred, you spew out negativity, apologize, but the words are still out there.
And check it out. I mentioned Joel Osteen. I learned that from him. You can think all kind of stuff. Because some things you can control, some things you can't.
Yeah.
But what you say out your mouth is what you're going to be accountable for.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So you got to watch what you say out your mouth, people. Words, like she said, have power. They can have positive power, they can have negative power. You got to watch what you say out your mouth, because you're going to be accountable for that. Like she said, God spoke life, and life came. You speak words out, you got to be careful. And it's real. They call it the law of attraction.
Yes.
You heard of the law? Ever heard of the law of attraction? Let me tell you something also. The law of attraction is real, whether you believe it or not.
It is.
The law of attraction is for everybody.
Yep. Yep.
So
whether you know it or
whether you
not.
know it or not, yeah, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, the law of attraction is real. If you don't get with this, you're gonna have problems in life.
I'm telling you.
You know, what you put out there is what you're gonna get. That's called law of attraction.
Yes.
So you gotta, you know, if you haven't changed, change starts today.
Yes, and the energy you have. You ever date the same person over and over again? You're like, why do I keep attracting these type of women? Why do I keep attracting these type of men? Law of attraction. The energy that you have is evident on the exterior. Yes. So if you have a very weak spirit, you're very, oh, nobody loves me, nobody wants to be with me, nobody, you know, I'm so ugly, and you're speaking all these negative things, guess what you're attracting? You're attracting predators. Because people who are bold and strong and who prey on people who are weak, they can feel your energy. They can feel it. And just like if you think about the jungle, a lion, you know, they look for the weak ones. They look for the one that's by itself, the one that's struggling or, you know, alone, and that's the one they go after. Because they don't want to be chasing after somebody who's strong.
You know what they said about, you talk about animals. I heard something, I think I was watching National Geographic Channel, and they were talking about a lion.
Yes.
And they said, if a lion comes up on you, don't run. He runs 50 miles an hour. You cannot run him. No. If you run, he's going to kill you. But if you stand there and you look at him and you just chill, he'll walk away.
Energy.
All you know? Now, you know you're scared to death, so the majority of people are going to think run.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing. You can't outrun them anyway.
Yeah.
So what you doing? What you think run?
You might as well try to stand, right?
You got to say, you stand there and you just look, and the lion will look at you and walk away. I'm like, wow. But you got to get that heart first to do that.
Yes.
You know, because you see that big old head and drooling from the mouth and all that type of stuff, whatever the case may be. You know, that's something you got to get ready for. But I was like, wow, that's good to know. I'm not looking to phase no line, but that's information, right? That's knowledge is power. Who you know?
And how would you know that if you wasn't tuning in?
Because I know if I saw a line, I'm running.
You out.
But when a man said that, I said, wow, that's how you do it?
And that's the thing.
Oh, man.
Animals can smell fear. And what he said is so, see, this is how I get in trouble, because I get so excited because I love what we do here. But what he said is so powerful about being able to stand. You could be shaking in your bones. You could be like ready to pass the heck out, but you don't have to show it. You getting bullied, you getting ready for a fight, whatever the case is, you can actually practice your exterior.
Never let them see you sweat.
Yes. Yeah. When the fight is over, you can run and cry. You can run and, oh my God. Oh my God. But don't show it.
Don't show it.
And how do you build that? You build that through God. You build that by speaking, I am strong. Right. I am great. Yeah. I am powerful. I can. Because when you speak it enough, our brains are designed by God that repetition builds. It creates habit. So when you're constantly doing something, you're programming yourself. Consciously, unconsciously. So you got to walk in it so that you can actually walk in it.
This is what I do every day. When I come out my door, I say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
That's right.
The forces that are for me are greater than the forces that are against me. If God be for me, who dare be against me?
Hallelujah.
And I feel, I'm like, all right, let's go.
You ready?
I say that every day. Sometimes I say it periodically.
Yes.
And I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yes.
I'm shielded. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's how I go throughout my day.
Yes.
And you know, that's the spirit.
Yes.
The spirit is everything.
Yes, and you gotta learn to be your own hype man.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to encourage yourself. It's great if you have a friend that you can call, like, man, girl, I'm just struggling today. And she can go into prayer, or he can go into prayer. But what if somebody don't pick up the phone? What, you gonna die? You gotta learn to encourage yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it becomes a routine, just like working out. First couple of days you might be struggling, but when you get your rhythm, when you have the drive for something that actually has substance, and it's not just about, oh, summertime, so I gotta get my bikini bottom. Because vanity doesn't last. It doesn't last. You have to have substance. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing it? What is the reason behind you working, behind you building that business, behind you pursuing your career. What is the reason? Because the world has sunshine and the world has rain. You're going to have your sunny days and you're going to have those thunderstorms. And if you don't have substance, and if you don't have something that's in you that really matters, when it rains, you're going to get washed away.
Yes.
So you have to have purpose. You
Yeah.
have to have faith. You have to have drive. So I hope everyone out there that was listening was truly, truly listening. This show is not for the heck of it. This show is intended to change lives and open up your eyes, open up a new perspective so that maybe something you were thinking that wasn't right can be adjusted. Maybe you can say, wow, I haven't been doing that. Maybe I should try to do that. Don't just listen to listen. Listen and apply. When you read, when you study, you apply it, and that's how your life change. Even if you just pick one thing, you don't have to have the whole apple tree. Just start with one apple and take it and run with it. So if you would like to get in touch with Vito, how can everyone get in touch with you if they want to experience that one-on-one in-home training session?
You can go to, I have Instagram.
Okay.
You go to fitnesscoach_Big V. That's BIGVEE on Instagram. And just go on my page and just scroll. And you're going to be scrolling for a while. You're going to be scrolling for a while. I got 20 years doing this. And believe me, there's a lot of information. It's a lot on there. You know,
Awesome.
I mean, I tell people all the time that you can tell me anything, but you can't show me anything. So if you go on my page, everything that I said, and a lot more, you will see.
Nice. So make sure you check it out. And how can people watch your podcast, The Beat?
Oh, they go to YouTube. Go to YouTube channel. It's The Beat 139 on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like button. We interviewed over 450 guests. We got 2.3 million viewers.
Wow.
You know, we done had Love and Hip Hop on there. We done had the cast of Empire. We had Power on there. We had Red Alert,
Wow.
Fat Man Scoop, Lenny Green from WBLS. We done had politicians on there, National Action Network. We do a lot with the kids in the community. We had athletes on there, Rod Strickland. You know, we had a lot of musicians on there. You know, our motto is people striving for success. You know, so you could be a person that's already famous, or you could be a person such as yourself that's coming up in the world. And we show love to everybody on it. And then I also have a talk show, it's called Vibing with Donveto, which is like a one-on-one thing that I do, like you're doing with me.
Nice, nice.
And I get up close and personal with my guests. I'm vibing. That's why I call it Vibing with Donveto. You know, and I started that with COVID.
Okay.
You know, when everything went virtual and I laid home, like, you know, God gave me another idea.
Nice.
I went virtual with it. And right now I got 113,000 viewers.
Wow.
And it's only been like 8 months.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
so, and also one more thing I want to add, I just started a series where I advocate for women in prison. And I'm talking about these women got like life, you know, and they got locked up when they were adolescents, like 14, 15, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So I advocate for women in prison, and I interview like 12 of them on the phone. And I started another show which is called Women in Prison Crime Stories.
Oh, wow.
That I launched on, it's on the Vibing with Donveto channel. So that's so you guys can, if you know, subscribe and like it and check it out, and you see we got a lot going on.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. See? He's living the dream. But it took work, so stop being lazy.
Yes.
But thank you guys for watching. And please, I'm going to have all of his information posted, scrolling across the screen. And then we're also going to have it posted in the comments below. So if you enjoyed the show, if there's something that stood out, if there's a comment that you have for Vito, make sure that you leave the comment below. And stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, Vito.
Thank you for having me.
God bless.
God bless.